have low self-esteem, girls that are low value, girls that are for the streets, those type of females, they're only going to be willing to do so much, which is not a lot, because they feel like they shouldn't do so much. Then they forget what the reality is and who they're actually dealing with. And so the whole fantasy that they have in their head, they literally make that person to become their fantasy, and then they start feeling artificial feelings. What is up, my BBossBaddies and my bad man fellas? It is your girl Bosana, and welcome BBossArmy. So as you guys can tell by the title, today we're going to be talking about 5 things a woman will do if she actually wants to, if she really wants you. So initially I actually wanted to do what she would do if she actually loves you, but I decided to do this first. At least if you guys want to see the other one, I will drop it, but I wanted to do this first because of the simple fact that I feel like more people have this going on. You guys should know nowadays love is so hard to find, and most importantly, people don't even feel like they're being loved or there is love to be existent out here. So most definitely I have to start with the wants and things that they could possibly be doing before saying that automatically somebody is in love with you or they do have love for you, at least. Okay, but you guys make sure you do comment down below the type of videos you do want to see, because there is things that I'm sure I'll think in my head that, oh, they don't want to see it, and I'm sure you guys do actually want to see it. And then obviously the other thing is comment down the other types of videos you would like to see, especially if it's part 2s to videos that you really enjoyed. Make sure you comment that down below, because I really enjoy doing part 2s because I always want to extend. Okay, so other than that, you guys should know, if you are new, you do not know this, but you should check out my Patreon. Make sure you check out my second YouTube channel, and of course make sure you check out my social media. And other than that, what am I forgetting? It's a second YouTube channel. I say this every day, so I should know the better. But anyway, so yeah, everything is down below. Make sure you check it out. And so let's go ahead and get started. So we start from 5, go down to 1. So that means what? You gotta watch until the end to get the number 1 thing. And keep in mind, everything I do say is important. So make sure you're still watching. And lastly, I know you guys are like, damn, get into it. But lastly, y'all, please give me a thumbs up, because it helps your girl and it lets me know that you want a quicker video to come up. Okay. So number 5 on my list for 5 things a woman will do if she really wants you is that we'll actually show you before telling you, and then I put in brackets no long talk. So I had to do this as number 5, although there's going to be a few people that are going to feel like, oh, this is so obvious, so I know this. Truthfully, a lot of guys don't know this, and this can also go for a lot of women. They don't even know this, because you have to remember, when people are in the moment of dealing with something, it's so hard to realize. It's so hard to see and feel it when it's something else and you're feeling this way, right? And please understand, when you want a certain thing, let's say this, you have a certain idea of your dream girl, the type of woman that you want in your head, right? And let's say you meet a woman and instantly you're like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful, she's kind, she's being so nice to me, right? So in the back of your head, you're gonna go back to the girl that you are fantasizing over. You're gonna be thinking like, she's so beautiful, she reminds me of the girl that I've been always wanting. So sometimes people get caught up with the whole idea of what they actually want. Then they forget what the reality is and who they're actually dealing with. And so the whole fantasy that they have in their head, they literally make that person to become their fantasy, and then they start feeling artificial feelings. A woman should be showing him she wants him, but that doesn't mean nothing, because at the end of the day, when your mind is going to play tricks with your head, if you have a different type of mindset, if you're still weak-minded, things like that, you're not going to be able to figure out, oh, she actually does want me. She actually does care for me. No, you won't. You're distracted by so many other things that you believe, mainly, right? So please understand, and it's important, even though it's number 5, it's still important. He has to show you, and then the whole telling you, the whole long talk, I'm not about that. Me personally, not even just dealing with the man, the opposite sex, I just don't care. If I know you in real life, anytime you want to talk and get to know somebody, what they're about, they have to go and show it and back it up, because people are, I'm telling you guys already know how easy it is for people to lie on social media about this is the type of lifestyle they're living. It's so easy for people to make you believe something. If you don't see it actually happening in real life through your own eyes, it's false until it's proven to be real. And that's facts. And I learned the hard way for myself. And this is the last thing I'll say before I move on to the next thing, is that You have to literally stick up for your own feelings and be harsh. Some people say it's harsh to just automatically feel like somebody's just on the side. No, it's not harsh, because so many people that you want to say, oh, they're nice, they're treating me like they're gonna be a nice person, and they're telling me they'll be that way, but now they're acting differently. I still should believe that they're nice? No. When somebody starts switching up on you and you just want to be not so harsh and say, oh, they're not switching up on me, they're telling me that they care about me, they're telling me that they want me, and then the next minute you're getting your heart broken, right? And that's a lot of fellas out here. The next minute you thought that she was feeling this way, you thought everything was good, but the next minute you're getting your heart broken, or you're in your feelings, and that's because you wanted to literally weaken yourself and weaken your emotions to believe something else, and to start thinking and falling into what is just being told to you instead of actually seeing it for your own eyes. And please, fellas, you have to constantly be seeing it. It's not the one time, the 2 times, the 5th time. It has to be happening throughout the whole time you are in contact with that woman, okay? So let's go ahead and move on to number 4 on my list. And this is be there for you. I know with the number 5, it's kind of like, oh, you're thinking like, okay, if she has to show me, what kind of things does she have to show? What does she have to do to show me that she actually wants me? Now, of course, like I said, there's like ways to tell it and then go and do whatever you just told and actually show it. But most definitely, there's common stuff that women will do, will show exactly that they want you. So big way, like I just put down, is be there for you. A lot of girls will not do this that actually want you, but are using you because of the fact that it takes more effort than what they are already doing. Girls that have low self-esteem, girls that are low value, girls that are for the streets, those type of females, they're only going to be willing to do so much, which is not a lot, because they feel like they shouldn't do so much. And so that means they will not go to the certain extent that you start feeling like, okay, well, if you really, really want me, or if you really, really love me, you'll start doing. And like I just said, it takes a lot to actually be there for somebody. It's not just instantly, I'm there for you. It's you have to actually go ahead, number 5, go and show it. Make the phone calls and check up on you, right? And that's a big way right there for a woman to show that she is there for you. And like I said, it has to keep going on. So if she's calling you throughout the day, you know, if she knows that you have a job, not quarantine, but let's say you're working from home, or let's just say you're in school, and it's just like you're going through a hard semester or going through hard times, they're gonna call and check up on you because they want you. And like this can fall into them liking you. This can fall into them falling for you. Like this all falls into one thing, but it starts with actually wanting somebody. So for her, she's gonna put that effort because she wants you. And it's most importantly, she wants something from you. And it could be, let's not talk about the toxic stuff, because we're only talking about good stuff that women will be willing to do that are more better than the low quality women. So all the basic stuff we're not going to talk about. This is like extreme, or more of basically a guy that says women should have a higher standard instead of the low standards that it's not even like anything. Checking up on you, making sure that you're good. And that's the key thing, is like they care about you. It's not that they only want you, but they care about you. They care about your well-being and knowing that you're doing okay, right? When you care for somebody, if they're going to feel pain or if they're going to be in their feelings, you're going to be there to want to help them, right? And key word is want, because sometimes people just feel like automatically if somebody wants me, they have to want to be in love with me. They have to want to be in a relationship. But it doesn't mean that. If somebody wants you, they can be wanting you for friend purposes that can grow. It could be because they need a rebound, unfortunately. But specifically, I do want to focus on a woman that actually wants you because she wants to be with you or wants to pursue you. So basically, to wrap up, number 4 is she will be there for you because of the simple fact that she actually literally is caring about you, is worried and concerned, and wants to make sure that you are okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to number 3. Number 3 on my list is always put in a good word about you, for you, however it turns out. But basically, a woman that wants you, when people are talking negatively, especially the girls that have the best friends, and I always go back to this because literally almost every girl out here, or let's just say a good amount, always have that right hand best friend that's gonna be like, no, screw him, F him, all that stuff, right? So a woman that wants you, what she's gonna do with those type of women out there, their friend, their so-called friends, or you know, maybe the mother, whoever, they're gonna say, no, like, that's not true. No, he's actually a good guy. No, he treats me really well. No, I won't leave him. All this stuff, they'll back you up. They'll protect your name. They won't put dirt on your name, and they're gonna actually make you look like a good person, even if you're going through a hard time and you're treating her bad because your feelings are taking it out on her. Even times like that, she's not gonna go ahead and bash you and go run to her friends or her family and say so much shit about you and all the times you guys went through stuff. No, she won't do that because she actually still wants you. She still wants to be with you, or she still wants to try, at least try, right? So please understand, fellas, with number 3 is always puts in a good word for you. Is literally, you won't have to worry about your name being portrayed and made to be something else that you really aren't, and you just had a bad day or a bad moment. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the next thing on my list, and this is number 2. Number 2 for you guys is outside opinion won't change how she feels. This kind of goes back to number 3, but number 3 is more of her participating in the outside opinions. Number 2 is more of her putting it in her head and allowing it to affect her. So now this one reflects back on you, how she sees you, instead of what people are saying to her and then what she's gonna say back, because she has so much to say. So now with number 2, fellas, when she's dealing with you, all this outside opinion, all these people saying, oh, break up with him, oh, don't be with him, oh, don't even give him a chance. Even if they are dealing with the toxic guys, she still is not going to listen to that. She's not. And I'm not talking about, oh, the type of guys that she's dealing with. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about when a woman wants a man, what's going to happen is she's not going to let the outside opinions literally control how she feels about you. So all the opinions is not going to control the way she feels, the way she wants to text you. All that, no. Her thoughts are her, that's a tongue twister, y'all. Her thoughts are her own thoughts. Whatever she feels, whatever she's hearing out here, that's just because it originally came from her, and it's not because everybody's telling her go and do this. That one person is telling her go and do this, okay? And this is a big way to actually know that she actually wants you, because it's really, really hard to get so many people to tell you things and think that this is best and all that, and not be influenced by it at all, especially when it's somebody you care for but you don't know what to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the number 1 thing on my list. And number 1 thing on my list is cut off anybody getting in the way. If you guys have not noticed, basically you can say from number 5, but I like to say number 3. When it's going down, it's kind of like it goes like this. It's kind of like I'm explaining it in a way where these are the steps. This is what it leads to. It's like going up elevator, or not elevators like that, but going up the stairs, and it's lifting and it's lifting. So it's like baby steps to it leading to this. So basically, a woman that wants you, the stuff that I said today is the baby steps to you actually figuring it out, and it's probably gonna fall into the pattern that I said in this video. So as I said, a woman that is actually wanting you, all the people that are getting in her head, trying to tell her this and tell her to do things like this, not like number 2 where it doesn't actually affect her and she doesn't pay it any mind. But now if it's getting really bad, really toxic, or it could just be just not enough for her to say I want to keep this person around, what she does is actually cut them off. And I like to refer back to a girl's best friend, because that could be so hard. Some girls out here really are about a man and want that man so much that no matter who it is, they actually can't have them in their life, because they are affecting them way too damn much about how they feel about you watching this video. So if you notice that woman that you don't know if she wants you, she's not speaking to somebody else that was basically toxic or saying some stuff to influence her life, and it doesn't even have to be about you, but just generally speaking, it will show you that she is willing and she probably can, and maybe already did cut off that person that is affecting her in a negative way. Okay, so I hope this video helped you guys out, and if it did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment down the type of videos you'd like to see below. Make sure you check out my Patreon, and of course make sure you check out my second YouTube channel, and you guys will see me in my next video. Bye guys.